Houseplants are designed to enliven the room, purify the air in it, create comfort in the house, and bring joy to its inhabitants. But not all plants are as harmless as is commonly believed. While some bring energy of well-being and prosperity to the house, others, according to beliefs, have a negative impact on people, affecting health and even relationships. Lianas and climbing plants. Today in many homes you can find vines climbing the walls, as well as climbing plants, i.e. flowers grown in hanging baskets and cash pots. Such flora is pleasing to the eye, but well-being in the home with these plants do not have to wait. If you have a home-growing golden mustache, Calicia perfumed, Campylea rhaphidophora, Epipremna myrzabrina, Trisetixanthus, Rio or Riccisus, try to get rid of them. The fact is that all of these plants belong to the so-called separators, which destroy the harmony in the family. And, if you believe esoterics, it is quite aggressive plants, which not only provoke the cooling of feelings in partners, but also set people in love against each other, making them real enemies. Ivy is also a climbing plant, but it belongs to the Araliaceae family. For centuries it has been planted in courtyards, where it is beautifully wrapped around the walls of buildings and structures, creating a beautiful hedge. The decision to plant climbing greenery outside the house is very correct, because in this case, ivy protects the house from enemies and other ill-wishers, spreading negative energy. But for breeding in the house, this plant is absolutely not suitable. It turns out that even the ancient Greeks associated ivy with unbridled joy and debauchery. Not without reason it was considered a plant of Bacchus, god of wine. Ivy negatively affects the male energy, turning away the husband from his wife, and turning him in the direction of other women. That is, under the influence of this plant, men become promiscuous and cease to be faithful to their wives. Moreover, under the influence of ivy a man loses the joy of life. He becomes depressed, apathetic and loses motivation for further development. Cactus. Many people plant cacti at home, believing that in addition to the exotic appearance, these prickly plants reduce the negative impact of computers, TVs and other electrical appliances. However, in a house where unmarried girls and women live, it is better not to keep cacti. This plant chases away suitors and contributes to the young lady to remain without a husband. If a woman is already married, she is not forbidden to keep cacti at home, but not in the bedroom. In this case, the prickly plant will spread its negative energy to the couple, provoking scandals and reducing the sexual attraction of the partners. It is safer to put a beautiful cactus in the kitchen or in the office, near the computer. Diffenbaya, a beautiful flower with large green leaves, attracts the attention of florists and brings a tropical touch to the interior. True, few people know what dark energy hides behind this attractive species. Diffenbaya is considered a plant that drives away good luck and destroys family happiness. The plant has a particularly negative effect on men. Representatives of the stronger sex simply do not get along with their other halves when Diffenbaya grows at home. The flower takes away their energy, deprives them of willpower, and negatively affects their emotional background. Men subconsciously feel it and run away from home. Sansevieria, mother-in-law's tongue. Sansevieria tricolor is another exotic plant that can decorate any house with its green lush foliage. It is considered quite peaceful and even keeps harmony in the home. This kind of lightning rod, which takes away the negative energy and stress between people close to them, but only if it grows in the living room or kitchen, where usually gathers the whole family. But to put mother-in-law's tongue in the bedroom is categorically contraindicated. In this case, the flower begins to destroy the feelings of lovers and alienate them from each other. According to numerous reviews, even the fragrance of Sansevieria sets a man to loneliness and melancholy. Lily. Unlike the above plants, the lily poses a real danger to humans if you grow this flower in the house. The flowers of this graceful plant release carbon dioxide, and therefore during the flowering period, can easily cause a person to have a suffocation attack. That's why keeping lilies in the house, especially in a small room without constant access to fresh air, is extremely dangerous. Meanwhile, the lily is notorious among mediums. It is considered that this flower provokes interpersonal conflicts and breaks up even the established pair. And young people who want to find their soulmate should stay away from this insidious plant. When lilacs begin to bloom in spring, millions of people decorate their homes with fragrant bunches of white and purple sprigs of the plant. Many people do not even realize what negative energy lilacs have. Fragrant bushes able to attract trouble in the house, provoke discord in the family, and cause a deep conflict, which is not so easy to reconcile. A special danger lies in wait for people in love, who, inhaling the smell of lilacs, can become cold to each other for no apparent reason. The eye-catching flower, whose delicate petals are very reminiscent of the rose, falls in love at first sight. But don't be fooled by its looks. When growing and gaining power, hibiscus starts to spread its negative energy to all household members, especially to men. The representatives of the stronger sex simply can't stay around such a neighbor for a long time and tend to run away from home. At the same time, esoterics note that hibiscus is not the strongest plant, which means that it influences men only when it is in close proximity to them. In this regard, it is not recommended to keep this flower in the bedroom or living room. It is better to grow it in a corridor or one of the non-residential rooms. Monster. The chic tropical liana is beloved by many lovers of flora and has long found a place in the homes of keen florists. However, there is a downside to this beauty. Monster is called one of the most famous mugger plants. Being in the house where a lived-in-love couple, the liana begins to harass the man, affecting the libido of the stronger sex and causing him irritation. As a result, a man-driven monstera simply run away from home and break off relations with his beloved. Monster is dangerous to others and in physical terms. The leaves of this plant release poisonous substances that cause headaches and provoke poisoning of the body.